What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News, which is always myself, Bobbin. Got my brother here, Mr. Scott Tripp, aka the Crypto Beast. As you guys know by now, we like to take a couple minutes out of our day, kind of go through some of the crypto headlines, bring them to your attention, and see what you guys think about them. But before we get started, as always, we like to give Crypto Beast to Mike, let him give us a little bit of the daily market sentiment before we get started, and then after that, we'll jump right into it.
It's kind of funny. There was a lot of news about after the Feds dropped or raised their interest rates that Bitcoin dropped in price, but it's kind of funny. It dropped, but then it shot right back up again. It actually went over the $41,000 level. So the increase seems to be going up versus going down right now. So there is like those little wedges where it goes down and back up again, down, back up, which is a nice healthy pattern that you kind of want to see. So I guess we'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of news being out, but I think, still neutral sentiment on my behalf. I think, it's just still trading within that wedge like you were talking about. So nothing to get too excited about, but definitely cool to see some green with all the red that's been floating around the last couple of days. But without further ado, we'll jump right into the headlines today. The first one I have is coming from coinspeaker.com. The headline reads, Nuvei partners with Ledger to offer direct crypto on-ramps for millions of users. So Nuvei Corporation announced today that it has partnered with Ledger, the leading hardware wallet provider, to enable direct on-ramps for 125 plus cryptocurrencies with all the leading fiat funding options via Simplex by Nuvei solution. Through Ledger Live, Ledger users will be able to purchase cryptocurrencies through Visa, MasterCard, SEPA, SWIFT, and over 100 other fiat funding options for various global currencies. So they came out today. The CEOs of Nuvei said, we're excited to partner with Ledger to let more and more users easily acquire crypto with the maximum security, with the number of possible verified uses of crypto in the ecosystem ever increasing. Having easy on-ramps within the wallet is key for continued growth of the sector. So the VP chimed in right behind him and said, Ledger Live is the gateway for digital assets in Web3. We're excited to broaden the on-ramp offering. Ledger Live Simplex by Nuvei is bringing more choice to Ledger customers and focuses on making it easier to enjoy all the benefits of crypto without centralized custodians. So this is pretty cool. I think this is a unique partnership. Anything that it's going to, make it a little bit easier for people to on-ramp with fiat from different cryptocurrencies or different payment methods. I think it's going to definitely help with the adoption rate. So I'm excited to see more about this partnership.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. A crypto startup that wants to scan everyone's eyeball. It's been a couple months. Eyeballs is having some trouble. Sam Altman's WorldCoin wants to give cryptocurrency to everyone in the world, but the startup has pushed back its launch date and stopped operating in some countries. WorldCoin, the billion-dollar startup, that wants to give cryptocurrency to every living human being by imaging their eyes, have recently halted operation in at least 7 countries due to a host of logistical hurdles that have been prompted to redraw its launch plans. Co-founded in 2020 by former Y Combinator chief Sam Altman, WorldCoin aims to photograph the irises of every person on Earth in order to identify them so it can distribute its new digital money fairly. So far, the company has collected images of the eyes of hundreds of thousands of people in about 20 countries, but the process has been bedeviled by problems such as uneven smartphone access, confused users, and fraud attempts. WorldCoin has suspended its work in multiple countries after local contractors departed or regulation made doing business impossible. After a technical challenge, it's also instituted a new requirement that anyone signing up must have a smartphone, limiting its reach in developing countries, which has been key to the company's vision. World co-founder and chief executive Alex Blany said in an interview last week that these setbacks are the natural result of very aggressive testing for a young startup. The company has grown from 10 employees to 100 in the last year. Blany said, and it's still experimenting as it owns its operation. You're still talking to a Series A company, not an Uber, he said. Things are not perfect. And that's true. Every new company, every company that comes out, there's going to be issues. You just got to go with the flow and see in the end what really happens, right? So it'll be interesting to see what they do in the future.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep looking out for it. We keep seeing more about it. I know it came up a couple of months ago, and some people are like that, and some people don't like it. But yeah, we'll keep seeing what they push and if they fix these problems that they're occurring right now. But to go over to my second article for the day, we're actually going to be going over to Bloomberg, and the headline reads: "Crypto miners prep for extended winter while margins contract." So crypto miners are hunkering down on a for a possible squeeze as rising costs swing Bitcoin prices, and now a war in Ukraine threaten to erode the industry's substantial profit margins. So companies are tapping debt markets, shoring up balance sheets and credit lines, and even filing their sell shares in order to raise more cash. Marathon Digital Holdings Incorporated and Hut 8 Mine Incorporated are amongst the most recent companies to reach a planned stock sale, and a just in case move could prove president with the price of Bitcoin hovering around 41,000. So it's a tough atmosphere that you could see an industry shakeout reminiscent of the 2018 bear market that saw the price of the world's largest digital asset collapse to nearly $3,000. So with Bitcoin prices now moving in the opposite direction for global processing power, the pressure is on. And while profit margins are still around, still a little bit above 70% for the major players, making Bitcoin mining one of the most profitable industries comparable for luxury goods and pharmaceuticals. Leaders of the larger companies say they're arming themselves against what if scenarios. So it looks like they're going to be kind of like trying to figure out here which way they're going to take this trade or this thing that's coming up now, because a lot of the major miners are up over 75% from the last the last half, and now with the price kind of hovering around 41, they have to take in consideration, hey, shoot, is this where we take our profit, or do we hold on a little bit longer and wait it out? And it looks like they're talking about they have a magic number, and that magic number is looking right now to be somewhere between $20,000 and $40,000. So we'll keep an eye out on it and watch how these miners play it out.
Yeah, definitely. And then my next article: the original Winamp skin is selling as an NFT. Winamp will sell a non-fungible token linked to its media player, original 1997. I remember this actually. Graphical Skin becoming the last company to blend nostalgia and crypto. Winamp will put the NFT up for auction through OpenSea between May 16th and May 22nd, followed by a separate sale of 1997 total NFTs based on 20 artworks derived from the original skin. The proceeds will go to the Winamp Foundation, which is promising to donate them to charity projects, starting with a Belgian nonprofit music fund. The NFT sale appears to be a combination of publicity move and a fundraising effort. Winamp is sourcing the derivative art NFTs by asking artists to submit Winamp-based works between now and April 15th and giving selected 20% of the proceeds from each sale of their image as an NFT. 19 of the pieces will sell in addition of 100 copies, and the remaining one will be 97. They'll all sell for 0.08 Ethereum, all around 210 at current exchange rates. The artist will get 10% of any royalties on later sales, where the seller will set their own price. What I get a kick out of this, it is definitely going to put a lot of nostalgic value out there for people in the cryptocurrency space. Winamp is one of those things that if you're in the computers in the late 90s, that you definitely took part in that whole fan base of music. They had one of the best music apps out there for sure when it came to playing music files.
I like how you worded the fan base of music. If you were pioneering in music in the early days, when that was the go-to, and it was definitely one of the startups when it came to burning CDs and things of that nature back in those days. So yeah, I look forward to that. And I love that, day by day or week by week, we potentially see more companies getting involved with cryptocurrency or NFTs in some sense, even some of the older companies like Winamp and Radio Shack and things of that nature. But speaking of companies and NFTs, my last article today is actually going to be coming from BigONE.com. The headline reads: Zuckerberg NFTs coming to Instagram in the near term. So we've talked about this, the potential or the possibility of this happening a little while back, but today it's been all over social media, so I might as well tell you guys about it. Instagram has NFTs on the way at a speaker series seminar in Austin, Texas, Multimedia and Culture Conference, XWC SXXW, Meta platform CEO Mark Zuckerberg was questioned about NFTs, while the longtime face of the company was reluctant to give up many details. Zuckerberg did allude to the NFT support coming to Instagram. So he said, "We're working on bringing NFTs to Instagram in the near term. I'm not ready to kind of announce exactly what it's going to be like today, but over the next several months, the ability to bring your NFTs and hopefully over time able to mint things within that environment. This could likely add the ability to show off existing NFTs in one collection through some of the mechanisms on IG, as well as support around minting as well. But what looks like the full load capacity of the NFT support is still quite unclear. We would certainly expect adoption on the platform to include some sort of wallet support integration that's up to date. Hasn't ever been teased or alluded to on Instagram. Nonetheless, it's an interesting development for Meta at large, who thus far struggled to find success in the crypto space. And since then, it looked like their chart, they kind of jumped down since that news. They're hovering around $186 a share, and now they have made it up to a little bit over 200. So definitely some bullish news there. And I think I'm not a big fan of seeing Facebook and some of the larger companies get involved with the cryptocurrency, but they will be able to onboard multiple users and people who already use the platforms that they have already built. So
Exactly.
still good news.
Nobody like me or you are going to probably hook up their wallets to Instagram, though, I'm betting. But anyways, on to the next story. Ukraine President Zelensky signs crypto regulation law. Ukrainian President, Mr. Zelensky, signed a law on virtual assets on Tuesday, bringing the crypto out of the shadows and legalizing it. The new law appoints agencies that will regulate the market and establish rules around virtual asset ownership rights, among other things. According to a statement, of course, an ad will pop up. Ukrainian and foreign-based cryptocurrency exchanges will be allowed to operate. Banks will be able to open up accounts for cryptocurrency companies or crypto companies. We believe the crypto industry offers new economic opportunities. We will do our best to bring the new future closer as soon as possible. The Deputy Minister of Digital Transformation said on Twitter about the announcement. Since the start of the war with Russia, the country has relied on crypto as an additional means of attracting donations from around the world, which is being leveraged to buy supplies for the armed forces. On Monday, the Ukraine government launched a website dedicated to crypto donations in a style similar to that of popular fundraising platforms. It shows a goal of 200 million, with over 54 million raised as of Wednesday afternoon. Among the cryptocurrencies accepted are Bitcoin, Ether, and USDT. Ukraine officials announced this week details about its plans to sell NFTs, saying it will be like a museum of the Russian-Ukraine war, which is cool. I'll look at one of those NFTs if they're doing that as well. I think it will be a piece of history, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And here we are getting more utility out of the NFTs. I think a lot of people thought NFTs were just going to be these pixelated images that stayed on a blockchain, but now we're starting to really see some of the uses of the NFTs and how major companies are also finding use in them as well. But without further ado, guys, we'll go over to the last section of the day, and it's going over to Trading View. Take a look at the total crypto market cap and some of the dominance factors that we like to take a look at. Today, the total crypto market cap is at 1.79. Been on a little bit of a push in the last couple of days, but still nothing, like I said, this, pushing too hard. Bitcoin dominance is at 43.66, so a little bit lower. As we see it fall and we start seeing some of the alts wake up, and I expect the dominance for Ethereum to be up. Yep. So Ethereum dominance is at 18.61. So as we starting to see the Bitcoin dominance fall, we'll start to see Ethereum dominance go up, which means it triggers some alts to potentially have a couple of green days. But again, just something to keep an eye out, guys. Keep paying attention, and if you're taking profits, make sure you take your profits. And other than that, that's all I have for today. Scott, you got anything else for the people?
Not right now. We do just keep an eye out on what's happening with BigONE. We got lots of going ons right now. We have Andy in the Dubai Expo right now, 2022, the Crypto Expo. Watch for news from him there. He's doing a few talks and stuff, and I think it's interesting to get the word out there for BigONE, and we're probably going to see some more people in our space within the near future.
Yeah, I would agree, Scott. I think like Scott said, just pay attention to what's going on with BigONE and check Andy out while he's out there, and we'll look forward to some more news. But until tomorrow, guys, that's all the time we have. So
See you guys
peace.
later.